Yo, it's Mac from the Everyday Nobody's podcast. I know you see the title, so let's get straight to it. Melissa Ford snapped on Queen's flip. My only question is, was it too far? But how did we get here? On episode 809 of the Joe Budden podcast, they spoke on a lot of touchy situations, one being euthanasia. Flip would tell the crew that he had an aunt in Canada that was dying, and she was going through a service called MAID, which is medical assistance in dying. Of course, Joe was going to make a joke about it, but Flip was saying that he feels like anybody who does euthanasia is a little selfish because they have family that's still alive that want to see them, and sometimes people outlive their expiration date.
My wife just got a call that her aunt in Canada she's passing away, but she wants help with a company called MAID, I think.
Medical assistance in dying.
Yeah, yo. And she asked me how I felt about that. But I'm like,
legal euthanasia?
Yes.
I don't know. I guess that.
Yeah, that's the company that come kill you faster.
No.
Well, no.
I think it's selfish. I know it's selfish for me, Mel.
It's only for terminal patients.
But I thought about you, but I thought that was.
It's not selfish if you have like 2 to 3 weeks left and the quality of your life is so, is just is non-existent, then.
But how many times we hear people?
Mel,
how many times we hear people have 2 to 3 weeks left and they live for years?
That is a fact.
You know what I'm saying, Mel?
Okay,
so
you never really know.
I'm gonna back out of this conversation.
I apologize. My fault.
Melissa would instantly get offended and explain that MAID is for the terminally ill who are already suffering on their deathbed. Melissa feels like it's not selfish. She feels like the person that's suffering on their deathbed can at least have a choice in when they want to transition. Not to mention that the process of going through MAID is a grueling, drawn-out process where you have to have meetings like 20 times just to make sure that this is really what you want. And in most cases, 90% of the time, the people don't actually go through with it. Then she would chastise Flip for even having that opinion, saying that if you really wanted to go see your aunt, you would pack up and leave right now. But you wouldn't do that because the money is more important than your aunt.
I'm being facetious. No, I don't want them to stay in pain. But obviously, if you could hold on a little bit longer so the family could come around and gather around, we would love that. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't want to be selfish and make a mockery out of it because obviously it's important to the family and to my wife.
So why can't you just go now?
Yeah.
You got things to do.
Right.
Now you got another room to do.
Oh shit,
man, that's not nice, man.
I'm not. Listen,
I'm not. When my fucking aunt-in-law is passing away.
Go now.
Then go.
Go now.
Truthfully, yeah.
Go now.
He's like,
get up and go now.
He's like, I get paid per episode. I'm not leaving here to Wednesday morning.
Since it's so important to you, drop everything and go now.
Thank you, man. I got you.
Okay.
I want.
Sheesh. That was crazy. Don't get me wrong, Mel is right about the factual stuff that goes on during the MAID process, but she fired him up over his opinion. You don't have to agree with him about it being selfish, but you also don't have to step on his nuts to get your point across. Then it gets worse because about an hour later, Flip makes a joke about MAID and Melissa loses it. While talking about Kanye, Joe made a joke that God is done with him. Joe's basically saying God has made me how he's going to make me and there ain't no changing. So if I go, it's just my time to go. And then Flip would joke saying, hey, God ain't done with you because you still got to pay our salaries. And don't try to leave here because you all sad and stuff. We still need to get paid. This ain't MAID. We're not about to help you end yourself because you had a bad day. Melissa would take that personally and flip out.
Really, really, it's tasteless as Stop talking about that shit. It is not a light matter. Don't do it.
What?
Step the away from it.
What are you talking
about?
The
MAID shit. Don't mention it. Don't talk about it. If you cannot be respectful about it, leave it alone.
All of the air in the room was sucked out. Flip would try to apologize, but boy, was it tense. Now let's have the honest conversation. Let's put things in context. Mel lost her mother to cancer during the pandemic. Her mother used the MAID services to transition, and this has forever scarred Melissa. If you want to know more, there's a really heavy interview with Melissa and Angie Martinez, and she really gets into the story.
2020 pandemic hits, and it gets real. It was very different.
Your mom is still here?
No. It was very different in other countries than it was here. So Canada's borders shut down. It became very difficult for me to travel there. What I didn't know is that my mom decided to, there there's a process in in Canada called MAID, Medical Assistance in Dying. When you are terminal, you can choose the day that you are going to die because they're going to assist you.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's legal in 8 states here, maybe more now, I'm not sure.
Wow.
But it's legal in Canada. And so you have to go through a very long process. They ask you in front of people, they ask you when you're alone, is anybody coercing you to do this? The executor of your will cannot be a witness to anything. There can be no conflict of interest or whatever. It's a process in which, let's just say 20 people say, oh, this is what I want to do. By the end of it, 2 people will go ahead with it. And those 2 people are always women. Men always back out. That's what the doctor told me. She was like, women are warriors. They really, really are strong. So
Wow.
my mom chose the date as May 19th. And I got home to Toronto on...
This is during COVID.
During COVID.
2020.
I got home to Toronto on May 13th.
Because she's went through this, she takes anybody talking about it personally. My question to you is, did she take it too far? She didn't think it was taking it too far when she was jabbing that Flip, saying that he won't go see his aunt because it don't make him no money, insinuating that his live stream is more important than his aunt who's dying. That was pretty foul too, but Flip didn't take it so personal. But when Flip makes a joke, now it's the end of the world. As a consumer, I'm just here to laugh. Yes, this is a sore subject, but I don't think that Mellysa had to convey her message the way that she did, because it came off a little harsh. But what do I know? I'm just an everyday nobody. Tell me what you think in the comments. Is there such thing as going too far? Was Queen's Flip out of pocket? Was Mellysa Ford out of pocket? Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'm out.